watching Weekend EQ and I'm your host Manisha Meheldar. Well, let's kickstart the show with Badlapur. Well, Badlapur has been the best reviewed film so far and has also got the cash registers ringing. We caught up with the stars of the film, Varun Dhawan and Nawazuddin Siddiqui, to quiz them on the reception of the film. Listen in.
Hello, life. तू इधर क्या कर रहा है? तुम्हारा हालचाल पूछने आया था.
Now, for all those who had written him off as the quintessential Dhawan who could only show his acting prowess in rom-coms, Badlapur is the answer to all that criticism. Varun, what's it Varun's way of, taking revenge quite literally on screen and silencing all the stereotypes that were being attached to your name?
When I entered, I always had a belief within myself that, I can do a lot of things. I can do a lot more, but time will come when I get to do them. But obviously the media or social media has become so strong right now that anyone feels a view, they put it out there. And these things kept building up. That didn't deter me. But somewhere I felt that I was going against my personality. And my personality was to do stuff like Badlapur. I was always on the lookout for that.
People are literally saying that it's so difficult to see, should we see Varun or should we see Nawaz? I mean, it's so difficult because they both are matching up to each other. When you hear all this, what do you feel?
I'm quite actually happy that people have got scared of me after this film. There were a lot of people who told me that they are scared of me now and stuff like that. I got scared of myself when I saw the film.
Now काय तुझं?
Raghu.
काय?
Raghu.
घेतली काय?
Murder गेले.
What's been the best feedback that's come your way? And that's really touched your heart,
Aditya Chopra messaged me. Bidhu Vinod Chopra had a very, very emotional chat with me about this. Karan, my dad, a lot of people from within. My dad was a little scared, I think. I remember the hammer scene, he shut his eyes and stuff. But he's really, really proud and he keeps asking me that, how did you know this film will work? Because it's not only worked for critics, it's worked on the box office, which is amazing.
Now let's move on to ABCD. Oh, obviously, that's also something we are obviously looking forward to. So, okay.
It's going to be extravagant. It's going to blow your mind, is what I'm going to say. The stuff you're going to see is going to blow your mind. And by that, I just don't mean me.
Okay.
I mean, I represent the film, obviously, because I'm the face of the film with Shraddha and Prabhu sir. But what I mean, the whole culture of dance within this country is going to change after this.
We heard there was an accident and the fire broke out and stuff. So, how did you guys how did all that happen?
It was a huge set and we were all standing there. I was next to Remo sir and Shraddha's on my left, and I look up and a small fire and it just goes, and before we knew it, within 5 minutes the whole set was burning on top. And the scary thing was there were 600 people inside and we had to evacuate everyone. By God's grace, no one got hurt. Everyone's out. In fact, me and Shraddha went for dinner with Remo last night and tried to cheer him up, and we're actually back to shooting right now.
Well, Varun Dhawan was the star of last week's Badlapur, but of course it was Nawazuddin Siddiqui who walked away with all the applause. Hi Nawaz.
Hi.
Have you become used to these superlative reviews that you constantly get?
मुझे तो खैर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि जिस तरीके से पिक्चर को लोग रिसीव कर रहे हैं. बहुत थोड़ा सा नर्वस था जब हम लोग सभी नर्वस थे जब फिल्म रिलीज़ हुई, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप था और थोड़ी डार्क मूवी, एडल्ट मूवी है, ए सर्टिफिकेट है, तो थोड़ा घबराए हुए थे हम. लेकिन फाइनली थैंक गॉड लोगों ने जिस तरीके से रिसीव किया, बहुत ही एक्साइटमेंट आ रहा है. तो खैर
Any movie that you do, Nawaz, you're the one who walks away with the best reviews in the film. Has there ever been a point in your life where you've not got a glowing review?
What should I say? I don't have any answer.
The truth.
But thank God, people liking my movies, my performance. I'm so happy that the people are taking me बहुत अच्छे से ले रहे हैं. तो अच्छा ही लगता है. Of course, इतना respect. They are giving me the respect.
Hello, life. तू इधर क्या कर रहा है? तुम्हारा हालचाल पूछने आया था.
One hears that you're going to be doing a main lead in a film coming up soon. Tell us more about that.
I'm doing a film called Ghum Ke. Tu is a out and out comedy film, and second one is Mountain Man. It's a very difficult role which I did, directed by Ketan Mehta. तो आई थिंक वो इसी साल रिलीज़ हो रही है, तो लेट्स सी, देखते हैं क्या होता है, किस तरीके से ऑडियंस उसको रिसीव करती है.
You're also doing Bajrangi Bhaijaan with Salman Khan and also Raees with Shah Rukh Khan. You're one of the only two actors to work in both the camps. Give us a sense of how it is.
मतलब मैंने शाहरुख साहब के साथ नहीं स्टार्ट की शूटिंग, बट बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है मुझे उनके साथ काम करने का, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट है और राहुल ढोलकिया मेरे फेवरेट डायरेक्टर हैं. और बजरंगी का मेरा एक शेड्यूल हो गया, अभी सेकंड शेड्यूल होगा कश्मीर में, तो उसके लिए भी अभी निकल जाएंगे. तो बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है, लेट्स सी, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट हैं दोनों.
Another person that you've worked with is Sanjay Dutt, and he's just turned an RJ in Yerwada jail. In his Munna Bhai Avatar, he's been talking to the inmates there. So what do you have to say about this new move?
Of course, बिल्कुल, एब्सोल्युटली. उनको तो इंतज़ार है इंडस्ट्री को, पूरे कंट्री को, आए काम करें अपना.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to us, Nawaz, and best of luck for your future project.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
It will be judgment day for Salman Khan in the Black Buck case on the 3rd of March. Let's find out what is at stake for Dabangg Khan and the industry and how much is really riding on Salman.
मुझ पर एक एहसान करना कि मुझ पर कोई एहसान न करना.
स्वागत नहीं करोगे आप हमारा?
वो जीना भी कोई जीना है जिसमें किक न हो पगली. जिंदगी में 3 चीज कभी अंडर एस्टिमेट नहीं करना: आई, मी एंड माई सेल्फ. एक बार जो मैंने कमिटमेंट कर दी, उसके बाद तो मैं खुद की भी नहीं सीखता.
Salman Khan has had a dream run at the box office since 2010. No other Bollywood star can boast of having 7 back-to-back 100 crore hits. While he's every producer's go-to star, his repeated run-in with the law has earned him the tag of being B-Town's bad boy.
गोली तो छोड़िए, हम किसी को गाली तक नहीं बकते.
The makers of Khan's Kick faced trouble when they wanted to shoot the film in the UK. According to reports, Khan was denied a UK visa owing to his alleged involvement in the Black Buck poaching case of 1998.
और जुम्मे की रात है, जुम्मे की बात है, अल्लाह बचाए मुझे तेरे वार से.
If the verdict in the arms case, an offshoot of the Black Buck poaching case, goes against him, then 2 big banner films which are under production will suffer immensely, as rupees 250 crores approximately is riding on them. Salman is currently shooting for Kabir Khan's Bajrangi Bhaijaan, which according to the latest reports is 70% complete and is all set to release on Eid. Meanwhile, the actor is also shooting for Suraj Barjatia's Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, which will hit screens this Diwali. That's not all. Khan is also a favourite with advertisers, with close to 10 brands in his kitty. If the verdict goes against the star, then it will have an undeniable effect on his future projects. In New Delhi, Lasippriya Sundaram for Headlines Today.
नाम लिखा होगा और उसे लेकर आऊंगा मैं.
Well, it's a small movie with a big, heart. Dum Laga ke Haisha. It's a rom-com from Yash Raj Films starring Ayushmann Khurrana and newcomer Bhumi Pedenkar. Well, this movie has been low on promotions but high on content. To know about the review, listen in to our entertainment editor, Rohit Khilnani.
Yash Raj Films' Dum Laga ke Haisha is an adorable film and it has its heart in the right place. The movie is set at a time when Kumar Sanu's voice was a rage and the world was moving on from cassettes to compact discs.
मेरा नाम प्रेम प्रकाश तिवारी है.
Prem Prakash Tiwari, played by Ayushmann Khurrana, a fan of singer Kumar Sanu, lives in Haridwar with his family. He was never good in studies, he did what he enjoyed doing. Prem started running a music library in his neighborhood. When doing nothing, he will put his headphones on and listen to his favorite Kumar Sanu tracks.
मम्मी साइज देखा आपने? You.
Under pressure from his family, Prem is married to Sandhya, played by Bhumi Pednekar, who is overweight and nothing like the girls Prem would like to be with. Then starts the story of the not-so-happy marriage. He's not physically attracted to his wife and the first night is obviously awkward as Prem moves to the corner of the bed and both are off to sleep facing their backs to each other.
दुल्हन बन के मैं आई और घूंघट इन्होंने ओढ़ लिया.
When out in the market, Prem refuses to walk with his wife as he's embarrassed of her.
समझा, मुझे कुछ काम याद आ गया.
Problems only increase for this couple and Sandhya goes back to her parents' house and files for divorce. The court asks them to give their marriage one last shot by giving each other 6 months. This film has some lovely moments which make you feel sorry for Sandhya, who's academically much better than Prem, who only has the looks but has always been bad in studies and can't even pass English. We live in times when most youngsters are obsessed with perfect selfies and it's all about the looks. This film sends out an important message of moving beyond that. Dum Laga ke Haisha is very well written and well shot as well. It also has the right amount of humour to keep you entertained. Both Ayushmann Khurrana and Bhumi Pednekar have performed extremely well. Music of the film could have been better and the film could have been slightly more pacey. Nevertheless, what's important is that Dum Laga ke Haisha is different and it will make you smile. 3 stars for the film. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
The sequel to the critically appreciated film Ab Tak Chhappan is finally out. Was it worth the wait or should it never have been made in the first place? Watch the review, it will help you decide.
मैं साधु आकाश एनकाउंटर पाओ सफाई का काम करता हूँ.
Nana Patekar's Ab Tak Chhappan 2 is a sequel to the 2004 release Ab Tak Chhappan. It starts where the previous film ended and follows the life of encounter specialist Sadhu Agashe, played by Nana Patekar. His wife was shot and now he's left the police department. He's living a peaceful life by the sea far away from the city, spending quality time with his son.
दिल्ली से हाईवे की रिपोर्ट आई है कि अंडरवर्ल्ड मुंबई में एक बहुत बड़ी आतंकवादी घटना को अंजाम देने की ताक में.
Since the top encounter cop left the force, crime is on a high back in Mumbai, so the politicians want him back. He doesn't get convinced till his son says some encouraging words and then there's no stopping him or his gun. Ab Tak Chhappan came at the right time. Now this one looks too dated. We don't live in times when we hear of encounters every now and then.
आमतौर पे एनकाउंटर का कोई गवाह नहीं होता.
It was absolutely pointless to make this film and it's so forced that it looks like the makers only wanted to cash in on the brand name since Ab Tak Chhappan was well received back then. There's nothing new in it. Agashe goes with his officers and kills the bad guys.
फोर्स से बाहर किया गया तब तक मैंने 56 एनकाउंटर किए थे.
Some portions of the film are very well shot, but nothing is put together well enough to make it a compelling watch. Nana Patekar is good, but was better in the first part. Gulpanak plays a crime reporter, but the poor writing makes a character a complete misfit. Ab Tak Chhappan 2 is a pointless film. It's a film that shouldn't have been made in the first place. It misfires. 1.5 stars for Ab Tak Chhappan 2. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
ये एक एनकाउंटर 56 के बराबर है.
First look of Katti Batti and Airlift. Bachchan supports restoration of Indian cinema and birthday bonanzas for filmmakers. All this and more from Entertainment News this week.
Kangana Ranaut's look from her upcoming film Katti Batti was unveiled on Tuesday. The film, which also stars Imran Khan, is directed by Nikhil Advani. The first look of Akshay Kumar and Nimrat Kaur starrer Airlift was also revealed in the week that was. Directed by Raja Menon, the film's story revolves around the Gulf War. Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone took a break from the shooting of their upcoming film Bajirao Mastani and whisked away the director birthday boy Sanjay Leela Bhansali to a midnight cake cutting on Tuesday. Bhansali turned 52 on Tuesday and the filmmaker was also treated to a dinner at a local Rajasthani dhaba by the leads Ranveer and Deepika along with the rest of the cast and crew of Bajirao Mastani. Speaking of directors being celebrated by their actors, Salman Khan surprised director Suraj Bajartia with a cake on the sets of their film Prem Ratan Dhan Payo on Monday. Salman, who's shooting in Gonda near the location of Bajirao Mastani, was also expected to join in Bhansali's birthday festivities, but he chose to convey his wishes over the phone. Amitabh Bachchan inaugurated a workshop on film preservation and restoration organized by the Film Heritage Foundation in Mumbai recently. The film industry's who's who turned up to lend their support to the initiative. Jaya Bachchan, Anurag Kashyap, Vidhu Vinod Chopra and many others were spotted at the event. SRK and Rohit Shetty's much talked about next will have Vinod Khanna playing the baddie. 17 leading actors are expected to join the cast, while rumours are rife that Kajol will be playing the female lead. Makers have revealed the film will release on Christmas, but they're still keeping the title under wraps. Ajay Devgan's Badshah, that was initially scheduled to release along with Hrithik Roshan's Mohenjo-Daro on August 12, 2016, has now been advanced. Badshah, directed by Milan Luthria, will now hit the screens on March 25th next year in a move to maximize box office collections. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
Vikram Bhatt, Anurag Kashyap, Vishal Bhardwaj, along with BJP MP Vinod Khanna, met the INB Minister of State and Secretary Bimal Julka to discuss the CBFC's list of the cuss words banned from films. Well, for now, the list is on hold and Bollywood sure heaves a sigh of relief.
The Censor Board's controversial ban of objectionable words in films has been put on hold. This reprieve comes after the list of profanities and double entendres suggested by Censor Board Chief Pailaj Nilani came under fire from fellow board and film industry members. The controversy first arose after a letter from Nilani earlier this month directed regional officers to not issue certificates to films that had any of the words in the list. The decision to nix the directive was taken at a board meeting in Mumbai on Monday, held specifically on the fallout of the infamous list. This move brings respite to the film industry and both filmmakers and actors welcome it with open arms.
I am very happy that this has been withdrawn and I would like to thank the ministry of Mr. Pailaj Nilani and his team for withdrawing this because what is better than better sense prevailing?
बहुत सारे वर्ड्स हैं जो लैंग्वेज होते हैं, वो लैंग्वेज के अकॉर्डिंगली आते हैं. इस तरह की जो चीज़ें अगर बैन कर दी जाएंगी तो वो कैरेक्टर्स हमारी कंट्री में कैरेक्टर्स नहीं देख पाएंगे कोई भी और बहुत ही एक मोनोटोनस चीज़ें हो जाएंगी फिर.
We will have to wait and watch if the reprieve from the controversial list is an interim relief to the film industry or heralds the end of its tussle with the Censor Board. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
The 87th Annual Academy Awards failed to draw viewership on small screen this year compared to earlier years. Well, here's a report on why Oscar 2015 was a no-show. Take a look.
The most watched entertainment program on the small screen, the glitzy and glamorous Oscars failed to draw the viewers to the television this year. The 87th Academy Awards viewership was down by 16% compared to last year's show and hit its lowest point since 2009. This year, 36.6 million people tuned in to watch the big night hosted by Neil Patrick Harris on the ABC network.
Anything can happen. Anything.
Last year, viewership was significantly higher with 43.7 million eyeballs for the show hosted by Ellen DeGeneres that included an internet-breaking selfie and whimsical pizzas delivered to the distinguished audience. Apart from a surprisingly demure Lady Gaga's medley from The Sound of Music this year, this show didn't chalk up memorable moments or match up to the high energy that even the recent Golden Globes hosted by Tina Fey and Amy Poehler did. Also, this year's show faced criticism on social media for being an all-white Oscars. And hence the Academy Awards saw a sharp dip on not just the small screen, but also on social media. Well, the show must go on, but here's hoping it goes off better next year. Entertainment Bureau headlines today.
Well, it's time to draw curtains on this edition of Weekend EQ. Hope you enjoyed watching us as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. See you next week, same place, same time. Till then, you have a fabulous weekend ahead.